Hi, I'm Heavy Mom, and in this video I'm going to show you how I bathe my 3-week-old baby boy. Before we start, let's make sure we got everything we'll need prepared. Wet wipes. You don't want a bunch of poop in the clean water. A thermometer to accurately check the temperature of the water. Some people prefer to use their elbow for this, but I like to know the exact temperature before I put my baby in the water. You want it to be somewhere between 37 and 38 degrees Celsius or between 98 and 100 Fahrenheit. A few drops of baby oil in the water will help prevent dry skin. Soap has the opposite effect. It is not necessary to use soap when bathing your newborn. A small cloth to wash his face, and a larger cloth to drape over his body. The larger cloth makes him feel secure and keeps him warm. A towel to wrap him into when you're done with the bath. The baby will get cold very fast once exposed to air while wet, so he'll appreciate being wrapped into a towel as soon as possible. Lay the towel in a diamond shape so that you can wrap him up and still have a bit of towel to dry his hair and wrap around his head. A new diaper to put on after the bath, some clean clothes, and a hat. The hat will ensure your baby doesn't get too cold while the hair dries. It is best if the room you bathe your baby in is nice and warm. Before we put him in, it's important that we hold him the right way. We don't want to risk losing hold of him in the water. Slip your hand under his neck and get a firm grip around his arm. Your wrist will support his neck. Hold his arm firmly enough so you're certain you won't lose your grip, but not so tight that he's uncomfortable. Lower the baby into the water slowly so that the change in temperature doesn't shock him. Soak and wrap the big cloth over his body. Pour some water over his chest now and then to keep him warm. I like to start by washing his hair. Gently fill your palms with water and pour the water over his hair. Shampoo is not usually necessary unless the hair is really dirty. If you do use shampoo, be careful not to get any in his eyes. Now take the small cloth and begin to wash his face. If you're not using shampoo or soap, you can just soak the cloth in the bath water directly. However, if you do intend to use soap in the water, it's a good idea to have prepared the smaller cloth with clean water in advance. Carefully wipe his face, around the eyes, behind his ears, and especially in the creases of his neck. Pay special attention to any area where skin meets skin. Whether you breastfeed or bottle feed your baby, it's hard to avoid the occasional milk or formula getting into the folds of your baby's neck, so make sure you clean his neck thoroughly. When you're done with the head, move down to the arms and legs. Wipe carefully under his arms and on the back of his knees. Finally, use the cloth to wash his bottom. You want to make sure you do this last, as it is often the dirtiest part. Remember to spend some time enjoying these moments with your baby. Use soft and careful movements when you wash him. Unless your baby hates being submerged in water. If that's the case, it's probably best to just get your baby dry again as soon as possible. Place your baby on the towel and wrap him up. Going from the warm water to cold air can be quite a shock, so he'll appreciate if you wrap him up quickly. Start by drying his head, especially if you have a hairy baby like mine. It's important to get the hair as dry as possible, so dry it firmly, almost like you dry your own hair. Make sure you don't put too much pressure on the soft spots of the baby's head. Put on the hat you prepared and then move on to the diaper. By the way, here's a tip I wish someone would have told me back when my son was born. If you're changing a diaper on a boy, make sure you angle the dangle. If his Mr. Bean is pointed upwards, he might end up peeing all over himself. So unless you want to change his clothes all the time, just have a quick look before you attach the last strap on the diaper and make sure his dangle is angled in the right direction. Once the diaper is on, you can put on the rest of the clothes. All done! The baby's now squeaky clean. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook and you'll be notified whenever I post anything on my website, heavymom.com. Thank you for watching.